Welcome to a special Wednesday edition of Turn Up Bear Down. We're broadcasting today because the Bears take on the Washington Commanders tomorrow night, 7:20, Amazon Prime. I'm here as always with a man who took his team to third place at state. He was bullied as a kid for being a Bears fan in Packers territory. I'm here with Coach Matt Jansen. What's going on?
Hey, how we doing? Yeah, well, we got another stater in here. Get off the court. I'm going to state. Congrats to you and the team, Scott, as you embark on a really good experience for high school athletes and coaches. And like I said, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to this week. I think this is weirdly enough, another attainable game for the Bears, playing the last place schedule, and RPI would be at like 3,000 right now for the college football schedule.
Could you imagine if that's how the tournament worked or the playoffs worked? It was like a selection show, and those teams that like win their divisions at 7 and 9, or I guess 8 and 9 now, they're like left out of the tournament even though they won a division. So, but yeah, the first time we played this team from Washington as the Commanders, so that's new. Couple fun features. The Bears are going to wear their brand new orange helmets with their orange jerseys. I think the white pants. So that'll be fun to see out there. But I tried to do some digging to see what the Commanders were going to wear because they have some new jerseys. They have the burgundy, the all white, and then the all black too. And so if they wore the black tops with the black pants and the Bears wore the orange, I mean, it'd basically just be like a Halloween show out there tonight on Amazon Prime. What do you think of the jersey schemes?
Yeah, no, I'm digging it. At first the orange was a little, it reminded me a lot of Illinois, but I like that we're trying new things. I like the white helmets, kind of like copying Cincinnati a little bit. I like those whites, white and oranges, but like I said, Washington's got a new. I think Commanders, anything is really better than Washington football team, so that's a step in the right direction. And we're a historic franchise that normally wears the same jerseys for the last hundreds and hundreds of years. So new name on one side, and we got some new uniforms cooking on the other, Scotty.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So yes, this will be fun, and we're giving the fans what they want. 1-4 takes on 2-3 on primetime after a Broncos Colts game. It really doesn't.
This may get less views than really any game that NFL's ever put out there. So I guess it's going to be on Amazon Prime, huh?
Yeah, but I will say this one short thing on Amazon Prime. A couple weeks ago, I was watching a game, and let's just say not everybody in my family likes to watch football all the time, which I totally understand. But while you're on Amazon Prime, you get off the game, you watch a couple shows or a movie on Amazon Prime. Movie ends, you go right back to Amazon Prime for the football game. So it is a good idea for Amazon. I'm sure they're going to profit quite a bit off of all of this essentially. Let's talk about some of the impact players and the path to victory. So, impact players for the Commanders. Carson Wentz. Can he play well, or is he going to be the root of the cause of why the Commanders lose? There was a big statement made by head coach Ron Rivera this week. He was talking to the media, and he talked about how the problem with the Commanders is that the quarterback is the problem essentially. And so he was basically saying that the other teams in the NFC East are playing well because they're quarterbacks and his team not so much. So that's brutal. Terry McLaurin, I actually watched some film the last time the Bears played the Commanders when they were like 2 team names ago. McLaurin had his first touchdown in the NFL, I believe, and he was a rookie. And then good old number 72, Charles Leno Jr., is going to be the left tackle for the Commanders tonight. And so we know him pretty well. A little revenge game, a return to Chicago for Charles Leno. Potentially a weakness to exploit there with him. And then Justin Fields, I feel like, really grew up in that game on Sunday. And so I'm looking for him to have a big to continue what he did on Sunday and to have a good game. Jalen Johnson's back finally. We really would have liked to have him against the Vikings to basically shadow Justin Jefferson, but we didn't. And then Montgomery looked better last week as well against the Vikings. He's coming back off that injury, so we're kind of getting these guys back after a couple weeks of being depleted on an offense that already was struggling. So, what do you think of these impact players? Who sticks out to you?
Yeah, I like obviously Montgomery is going to be on there every week. I'm glad he bounced back this past weekend. Got to use him in not only the running game but the passing game, and I just think I don't think he gets enough credit for being the pass catcher that he is. Your brother from another mother, Sam Mustafer's got to hold up. His center position, the interior's got to hold up.
He's not good.
One of the strengths that Washington does have is, especially when they have Chase Young, which I'm glad, I'm thankful he's not playing this week, but having Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, and Montez Sweat, I mean, all first round picks that they trot up there. The strength of their defense is their front four, so containing them is important, or at least giving Justin some time. We know he's going to scramble, make some plays. As far as on our end, man, our defensive backs are going to have to step up. You're talking about a really loaded wide receiving core that is with, Scary Terry, Curtis Samuel. You have Dimey Brown that went off for two very long touchdowns last week, and we have to obviously try to keep him in front of us, not not let him get past us. Okay, but. You sprinkle in Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is an absolute weapon. He doesn't get a lot of yards, but will chip in for 4 or 5 catches, and he's in the red area. He's a threat.
Absolutely.
I don't recognize a lot of guys on their line, but obviously Charles Leno, so you know that they're going to have about like 16 holding calls on Charles on Thursday. Trey Turner is another guy came up with the Panthers. I know he's a highly touted guard at one point, so. Looks like our guys, our front four will be able to hopefully win a couple of matchups, especially some one-on-ones this week. And the back end needs the front four to get home quicker so that they can make some plays. So
Absolutely.
Those are just a few guys that I'm looking at this week.
No, good stuff, and good pickup on Brown because I watched the Commanders' previous game against the Titans, and he had some huge plays in that game. So. All right. Oh no, went too fast there. Path to victory. So for me, I was looking this over, thinking about it. If Carson Wentz is good, he can be a game changing quarterback. But which one will we see? Hopefully for us, we see the bad ones. But the Commanders need a good wins. They need to pressure Fields. Chase Young has been out all season. Actually, he's still recovering from a torn ACL, I believe. But that guy is an incredible defensive and rusher and I'm glad he's not playing in this game. They're saying he might be back next week or the week after. So pressuring Fields, definitely that is the key as we've looked with the stats and seen what happens. If the Bears' O-line can't hold up, then they can't do anything on offense and they become very inept. And then can the Commanders limit themselves to no turnovers? Because every Bears game where we really start to turn it around, we get a big turnover that enables us to have a short field. I was even watching again the game from 3 years ago, and we had like 3 or 4 turnovers. Like, Clinton Dix had a pick six to start the game, and then it just got worse from there from Case Keenum. So no turnovers from the Commanders as well. And then can the Bears have this offensive continuity as they had some bright spots last week, and Fields played much better in towards the end of the second quarter through the rest of the game. Will the playmakers show up? We need Jalen Johnson to step up now that he's back. We need Mooney to do things like he did last week, and Merquan Smith to make the plays on the defensive side. And then lastly, we got to stop the run because so far this year we have just been exposed in the rushing game, and it's really opened up whatever the offense wants to do. So that's my path to victory. What do you think needs to happen for these teams to win tonight?
Yeah, I think we've seen that our defense can get ran on a little bit. Roquan still makes plays. We just don't have enough 4-3 guys and enough talent on that defense right now. to just line up and smash heads. So that, like B-Rob, freshly sutured up and ready to go. B-Rob and Antonio Gibson, nice little tandem. Plus you throw McKissick in there to catch on passing downs. That's a pretty solid little running back group as well. I mean, Carson Wentz is pretty much that turnover differential today is going to be the difference. Does he protect the ball? If he protects the ball, I think he can make enough throws, and I think this offense moves enough on our defense to win the game. But if he gives us extra possessions, whether that be fumbles, whether that be a pick or two, if I'm someone looking at a player prop in this game, because it's in Chicago, I'm taking Carson Wentz on a half an interception if I can get a decent number there. I mean, honestly, I think that's a layup. You can combo that with. Did you show the over under at all? Did you show the over under on?
We'll get our intern to check on that while you're talking.
Perfect. So anyway, just some player prop stuff in there for sure. Got to take care of our boys out there, especially Media McFly. Wentz is going to throw a pick, but if he doesn't, again, I think they have enough. For us, have to run the ball, but also, and I think we will. I think that everyone's like, well, no duh, but how can we give Mooney more touches? How can we get Holcomb at the stretch of field? And if we have a Pringle or an Equinemius, how do we get those guys kind of involved in the passing game? Because really, we're not going to chip away down the field at you right now. We have to make big splash plays for our offense to move the ball. So, just trying to continue to develop that offensive identity where we're going to be just consistent, even though we don't necessarily have the weapons. This is where Luke Getzey, you got to scheme some guys open. Carson Wentz has been sacked 20 times this year. So that's a lot already through 5 games. So, trying to get to him to cause some more disruption. But Justin Fields, can build off of last week. We all would say last week was a step in the right direction. If he doesn't fumble, maybe the narrative might have changed. Justin Fields flips the script, right? If he goes out and wins that game. Probably didn't belong in that game until second half Warriors, right? Probably don't belong to be in that game, but
sure.
Looking for him to build off of it, and then defense. Can you get to Carson Wentz, and can we get extra possessions for our offense?
Yeah. So 37.5 is the over under for the game. And then the Bears are 1-point favorites. Yeah, 1-point favorites. So that's some crazy things to take. And also the game's at 7:15. I said 7:20. That's on me. My bad. So yeah, it'll be.
I think you could take over. I don't think if it goes over, it's not by very much. But
yeah,
I think we actually get over 21 points. I think we get in the middle 20s on Washington. So
nice.
That's where I think it helps that over hit, because then I know we'll at least allow them, 10 plus. So we're not shutting anybody out. Let's be honest. It's not I just watched this morning the Devin Hester in Arizona game. We don't have a defense that does that, like Brian Urlacher stripping at Davina.
That's crazy. All right, you got a stumper?
I do.
Here we go.
Scotty Stumper of the week. I need, Scott, for you to give me, not in any particular order, I need the top 5, without looking, I need the top 5 leaders in the NFL in passing yards as of right now.
Do I have to have them in an order?
Do not have to have them in order. I just need the top 5.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes has got to be in there. Josh Allen.
He's number 4. Allen's number 1.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is not in there.
Oh, no. He's having a good year, though. Okay, hold on.
He is. So you have 2 out of the 5. This goes for you viewers at home.
Kirk Cousins? Is Kirk Cousins in there?
Kirk Cousins, do you like that? Is not in the top 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be one more that you should expect, and then the other 2 you would not necessarily expect.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert is the expect. He's number 2 in the NFL.
Okay, so I got 3 guys.
So now you need the number 3 and the number 5 of that group.
Is Tua in there? I mean, he was hurt though.
Who's one of the oldest quarterbacks playing right now?
Oh, Tom Brady. Yeah.
Tom Brady. All right.
Okay.
Who's the 5th one?
If Tua would have played all of his games, I think he would have been because he had like almost 500 yards in one game.
Not Tua.
Not Tua. Did
How
Jared
about
Goff?
how about your Week 6 opponent, Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz. That's crazy. I guess he's throwing the ball a lot. So,
Got him.
gosh, that was the worst.
Man,
That was the worst
he's got
stumper
stumped.
ever. Yeah, I usually do a little better than that. You had to give me a few. I did get Allen and Mahomes right off the bat, and I was thinking of Hurts because he's been tearing it up, and I have him in fantasy
Oh, he's had
football.
an incredible year. Yeah.
But if you have one,
There's the first, man. Got him.
if you have one game that you're not up to like 250, 300 yards, and the other guys are, then you're not gonna be there. So, like if
You know
you're,
who I'm kind of surprised isn't on that list because they've had a sneaky good couple of weeks is Jared Goff.
yeah, actually, I think I said Jared Goff at the end there, but as good as they've been, they're still like 1-4. So, and they got shut out this week. All right, now my turn. Specific predictions. Here we go. Over and under on these things. Bears score 26. What do you think?
I'm gonna say below, right under like 24.
All right, we haven't scored more than 23 on this season. Wentz with 2 interceptions. Over under because one would have been too easy.
Yeah, 1.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go 2. I'm gonna go 2. One's gonna be his fault. One's gonna be his fault.
Okay.
Which means they're all his fault.
McLaurin. Oh, we got a bell. McLaurin 100 yards. Over or under.
Ooh. I know my son would like Scary Terry to get over 100 yards, so it'd be good for his fantasy team.
I think I have
I'm
him
gonna
in a league.
say no. I don't think he gets over 100, but I think he scores.
Okay. I didn't preface this one. I just said Fields 200 yards. I'll say passing only.
Total.
Passing only. What do you think?
I would say under then, but if it was total, I would say that'd be a fair number.
Yeah, I think
How
last
many
week
yards did he run for last week?
it was like 46 or something, maybe more. He could have had a lot more if not for that block in the back penalty. And then this one is open for both teams. Will there be a defensive touchdown in this game?
I'm gonna say yeah. I think there is. I pretty much say it every week. So at some point, it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I feel like with these two teams, just the way they play and the way they've done things, I feel like that would happen. All right, my prediction: Bears 20, Commanders 17. So I guess I'm taking the under on the 37.5. What do you got?
I'll go 24. Ooh, I'm liking 24 16 Bears. Somehow the Bears find a way to win.
Use the power of the orange helmets and jerseys. That's where it's at right here. We got to change something up. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us on Turn Up, Bear Down. We can't wait to see this game tomorrow night on Amazon Prime. We didn't get a sponsorship for that. But thanks for tuning in. And you got any other final words?
I don't. Good luck at state, and we'll see if the Bears pull out a dub, then they need to wear it again. The orange helmets. So.
Absolutely. I think they are going to wear them against the Cowboys in 2 weeks on October 30th. So, yeah. And if this wins, then hopefully we can get back on a little bit of a streak. Because we're on a 2-game losing streak. And we play the Patriots next Monday night. So, well, not this coming Monday night, but the Monday night after that. So, maybe Bailey Zappi, whatever his name is, will still be playing quarterback. Who knows? That'll do for us Bears fans. Have a great day. And don't forget to turn up and bear down.